Jeevan, who brought it up 7 years ago, was properly led by Venkat Vadya, who is all the way in the back. He conducted a lot of seminars, everything during pre-pandemic.
Yes.
And then Saravanan, who is our current coordinator, who has been doing it for successfully 2 years. Lot of kids, he has no clue about seeing them on the face, always on the Zoom. Lot of them have gone to colleges, including Balaji's daughter, Saravanan Subramanian's daughter. So we have a lot of kids who have benefited from this program. And we are now decided to do something specifically for Python programming. And Raj, who is a very good friend of ours, who volunteered and did the same program last year for a small group of people. So now this year we took his great volunteering effort and style programs, organization skills of Saravanan, and we blended it together and we decided to do this. And I think all parents will agree that this year's program has been a really successful program. So all the credit goes to Raj and Amuda, who has been the volunteer, who is helping me keep track of all the students. And then Raj, no doubt, Raj has been working in various industries. I think he worked in Beckman Coulter, he worked for Home Depot, he is now working for Heartbeam. So wherever he works, he leaves a really great mark and great resume. And his son is studying in our local Tamil school in Priya. His wife is ready to help wherever he wants. And there can be a lot of things said about Raj, but at least now that I feel like every one of the parents wants to feed their own kids with programming languages, but he has kindled the fire in all these kids. And I'm definitely sure at least 10 or 15 of them will take the IT line. They'll do really successful. He's also allowing kids to do some kind of internship. So keeping in company with them is going to be really helpful from that perspective. So don't feel like this is just a course, we did it for 6 weeks. Keep the human networking. That's the first thing that's going to be successful in this country, where knowing somebody will help out. And I'm giving an example of Thursday night I got stuck in a work problem in Python. Lo and behold, I called him and we were working till 4 o'clock in the morning with another guy who works for Sony and him, and they resolved the problem in like in 1 hour. It was all done. By the way, we did the chat GPT. That was really helpful. But I think the human networking is the best networking. There's nothing else we can do than this. And I'm really thankful that SoCal is able to do this. And we would like to invite Raj.
If you're done, then if you could stay on stage, because
photo எடுத்துருங்க நான் வீடியோ எடுத்துருக்கேன்
Just 1 minute to explain her role. She did the dirtiest work in the world, keeping the kids focused, because all the parents who have sent their kids to Zoom classes in the last pandemic year or 2021, 2022, they will turn on the webcam, they will be browsing on something else, they are playing a game, they will be reading something else. She had the job of making sure that when 30 kids are online, their 1 hour of focus is only on the class. And that was one of the jobs that she did, which helped Raj can focus on the course, rather than he has to spend time on pulling the kids in, focus on my screen or my video, whatever, right? So that was a help that helped both Saravanan and Raj, because I have seen kids going in RSM online class and their own PYUSD or any IUSD classes or whatnot, because they are very focused and they can look here and they can be browsing right there. I'm like, how are you doing that? I don't know what they did. And she did the job of making sure Raj got the undivided attention of the kids And they benefited from it. It's like, if you can't commit to that 1 hour of time, what else are you planning to do here? I don't understand what, because it's not like a watered down 6-year course. This is like a condensed 6 weeks course. So we have to appreciate that.
That's been like,
Such as smart students in this, anywhere else. All the students who participated were really studious. They all were committed. Not only them, I also see a lot of parents who were supporting their kids. That was the motivation to me how I have to train my kids as well. Right, so they were literally like fighting with me on certain things. So I was really impressed. Okay, so they are motivated. They are committed to do all their homeworks and even the project work. So we had a lot of discussions. I also want to thank Amuda and Saron. They are the real heroes behind the screens. They helped me a lot. We also had a lot of things going on, and in between those our personal work, we were always able to find some time to talk about how we successfully conduct this program. We had a lot of ideas flowing around, and to put everything together and create like a course structure and deliver it, it would have not been done without these two guys. So not only them, on the side of the community members as well. So one more thing is, from the course structure itself, this is actually a very wide variety of students. It's a very diversified group. What I mean by that is, we had kids from 6th grade to 7th grade until the college stage. So I had to mix it up a little bit so that people who are older don't find it so easy, as well as people who are younger don't find it too hard. So I had to mix and match a little bit. So that was the only challenge I had. Other than that, it was all students' effort. I didn't do compared to what I did. I think students actually put a lot of effort. I can tell you that. I just gave the course structure and I kind of gave them a little bit of education on certain basic information of Python. I also motivated them to go do their own research, and I hear a lot of feedback from a lot of parents saying that their kids actually Googled, they went. When I got introduced to them, it kind of changed my life. The way I was looking at things. Right. So why I'm saying this is, when we get exposed to certain things, that's when our mindset actually changes. So when I got introduced to SANS, I understood okay, so I was originally a developer, right? So I didn't have the mindset to look into other things until I attended SANS classes. Then I was curious about everything, like how it works, how it is done, how hacking works, like what is this onion, or what is this Tor? These are all related to the hackers world. So once I started experiencing that, that's when I understood that okay, there are so many things out there that I don't know about the same development program I'm doing for such a long time. So for you specifically, now that you know the basics of Python, try to improvise that. So Python is used everywhere now. By this time you already know all these things, I'm not going to tell you at all. Python is used everywhere, and you can do everything. Not only just Python, there are a lot of different languages that are out there. For example, Java, and now the upcoming language is called Golang. And there is, if you want to learn website development languages like Node.js or PHP or anything else, right? The foundation of all that is learning about
the SoCal organization and the STYLE community folks have really made us feel welcome, and they have really helped us to connect with the community here. And I can say my children have made close friendships outside of school through the STYLE community, and I'm thankful for that. And this is the first time I'm volunteering. Having volunteered now, I understand how much it takes to run a program like that, to conduct an event like this. So, and I'm able to appreciate how much goes on behind the scenes. And what I like especially about Style is the opportunity we give the students to take part if they want to. For example, Tarun and Hasni hosting today, and in the case of a webinar or one-day event, it could be introducing the speaker or presenting what it is, and that's a good experience for students, and I like that part. Coming to the Python workshop itself, we conducted it in 5 different sessions. The entire program ran for about 6 weeks, and our original plan was to have 5 sessions of 2 hours each. And from the second week, Raj introduced a Tech Talks segment, asking for volunteers to speak up on a variety of topics, very interesting topics, I should add. And that added the program time to 2.5 hours. The children did it. They volunteered and they added the extra 30 minutes ahead of the program to explain what they had learned, and Raj would summarize at the end of the Tech Talk what the students talked about. Can you move on to the next one? So some program metrics now. The total enrolled number of students for this program was 35, and the number of children who met the course requirements is 28. I sat through each of those 5 sessions, the 2 hours or 2.5 hour long sessions, and like MSG said, I was doing the job of making sure the students were focusing. We had to do it for 2 reasons. Students, one is anytime we are online and off camera, we tend to lose focus. And we wanted to make sure that we avoided that. We minimized the loss of focus there. And the second thing, we did it for Raj. He's the instructor. He's out there 2 hours spending his time talking to students. And we wanted to give him that face time so he can develop that connect with the students and to see people and teach them. So the overall evaluation criteria was how it's shown here. We tracked attendance, we tracked Tech Talk participation, we tracked their homework, and the project work in the end. So all of those
நான் என்னோட மதர் லாங்குவேஜான தமிழை தான் யூஸ் பண்ண போகிறேன். அப்படின்னா தான் என்னால் உங்களோட இன்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ண முடியும்னு நான் நம்புகிறேன். சரியா? இப்போ நம்ம எல்லாரும் இணைந்தது நம்மளோட மதர் டங் தமிழால். அதன் மூலிமா உருவானது தான் சோகால் தமிழ் ஆர்கனைசேஷன். அதன் மூலிமா உருவானது தான் ஸ்டைல். அதன் மூலிமா உருவானது தான் தமிழ் தமிழ். ராஜ் இப்போ ஸ்டைல் ப்ரோக்ராம். Congratulations to all the kids who has completed this course and we achieved a milestone. And thanks to Sarvan and Somu who put together all this and our president Mr. MSG. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பைத்தான் கிளாஸ் எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு எப்படி தோணுச்சு? நானும் எம்எஸ்ஜி ராஜ் 3 பேரும் ஒரு நாள் ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டோட வீட்டு ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கு போயிட்டு வந்தோம். அப்போ எம்எஸ்ஜி சொல்கிறாரு, நான் சொன்னேன் ராஜ் வந்து ஏற்கனவே சின்ன கிட்ஸுக்கு சும்மா ஃப்ரீயாக எடுத்துருக்காரா, இஸ் அ குட் பர்சன். அவர் எனக்கு நெய்பர், அவர் பிரியால தான் இருக்காரு, என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டு, அவங்க ஃபேமிலி ஃப்ரெண்டு தான். அப்போ அவர் உடனே எம்எஸ்டி சொன்னார், அப்போ நம்ம ராஜை கால் பண்ணலாமா அப்படின்னா, கண்டிப்பாக ஹி வில் டெஃபினெட்லி ஹி வில் டூ இட் அப்படின்னாரு. அப்போ இதுக்கு முன்னால் ஸ்டைலில் பண்ண வெங்கட் சார் இருக்காருல்ல, வெங்கட் சார் ராஜை இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணது வெங்கட் சார் தான். எப்படி இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணாரு? இந்த மாதிரி சைபர் செக்யூரிட்டிக்கு ஒரு லெக்சரராக கொண்டு வந்து கொடுத்தாரு. அதன் மூலியமாக தான் இந்த மாதிரி இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் கிடைக்குது. இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? ஸ்டைல் முடிச்சாச்சு, இப்போ பைத்தான் முடிச்சாச்சு, வாட் வி டூ நெக்ஸ்ட்? எனி ஐடியா? எனிபடி கேன் கிவ் எனி? சொல்லுங்க, என்ன பண்ணலாம்? பைத்தான் முடிச்சாச்சு, வாட் டு வி நீட் டு டூ நெக்ஸ்ட்? அதை யார் பண்ணணும்னா இந்த பேரண்ட்ஸ்கிட்ட இருந்து நம்ம ஹெல்ப்பை கேட்குறோம். யாராவது சொல்லுங்க. இப்போ எப்படி எம்எஸ்ஜிக்கும் நான் எங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா தோணுச்சோ அதை மாதிரி இன்னொருத்தர் சொல்லணும். இப்போ நான் இங்கே பேசிட்டு இருக்கப்போ ஒரு பேரண்ட் வந்தார், இந்த என்னைக்கு நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணேன். உடனே ராஜ் சொல்லிட்டாரு, அவர் வந்து இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சரில் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறாரு, ஸோ ஹீ கேன் கிவ் அ இதுன்னு சொல்லிக்கலாம். இப்படித்தான் நம்ம கம்யூனிட்டியை வளர்க்கணும். நம்ம கிட்ஸுக்கு எவ்வளோ சொல்ல முடியுமோ அவ்வளோ நம்ம சொல்லணும். பேரண்ட்
who's on a middle school? Okay, who's on the middle school? Is Karen? Okay. Anybody can answer, one of you.
What is style stands for? Can you give me the expansion of style? Okay, go.
SoCal Tamil Youth Leadership and Entrepreneurship.
SoCal Tamil Leadership.
SoCal Tamil Youth Leadership and Entrepreneurship.
That's one. I also have one more. One more.
Question, who can say that? SoCal Tamil leadership and empowerment. So one of the original goal was, that's what like an achievement, like original goal is, you are all young mind, right? You all know what is empowerment means, right? It is to just expose you and get to know what is out there. So let me just speak from my personal experience. I'll just go I'm planning to cover only 3 topics here. I won't take long. So the first one I already started talking about. This I'll speak from my personal experience. I have 2 boys. One is gone to college. Other one is in his senior year, about to go to college next year. So I know probably some of the parents can relate. Most of us come from the IT background. We all, by default, assume our kids, we can expose them. But most of us would like to see, that's the only field that we know, is that where we want our kids to go, right? We just all wonder, and you wish, and we all didn't have those opportunity to try to experience it ourselves, so that the kids can make their own decisions. So I have gone through that, my personal experience, my older kid, he was saying, everybody was saying biotech, right? We all know how big the biotech field is, so many innovations are happening. So I have gone through this.
Behind the visa, getting green card. So once if we got the green card, we are done. So all tired, getting enough of the world. We can't go behind, run around for the new companies or founding any new stuff, all over doing all the leadership and answer all the things. We missed all those things. That's the reason we have started this style with more styling effort. So all my friends supported this. So here, as Guru said, not only youth leadership, we are giving the power to empower our kids moving forward to make a leader, and after you become a leader, give the next generation for another leadership. That's a goal. Looks like, at least according to me, we have achieved something, but still we need to move on. We need to achieve more next 2-3 generations. Thank you all.
இங்கே இருக்கிற எல்லா கிட்ஸுக்கு நான் சொல்லிக்க விரும்புகிறேன், ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் வரும், ஒரு உந்துதல் வரும், ஒரு வேகம் வரும். அது நல்லா இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி ஒரே அடி அதை போய் தொப்பக்கடின்னு விரிச்சிடாதீங்க. ஏன்னா சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி இஸ் த கீ. ஒரு கன்சிஸ்டன்சி வேணும். நம்ம எந்த ஒரு புது முயற்சியை நம்ம எடுக்கும் போதும்
We'd like to call up the current secretary in the SoCal Tamil nonprofit organization. He was the previous lead of the STYLE program. So we'd like to call up Mr. Venkat up.
Hello, good morning everyone, and thank you very much for being here. So everybody has thanked all the kids and organizers, so I'm going to step out of that, and I have a couple of things to say. First, as Mr. Bose mentioned, right, so we are looking for new parents or somebody whom the parents or kids know who can contribute to STYLE, right, in whatever way. It's not about IT or other things. Just to give a little intro about myself, so in this IT crowd, I am a little bit away. So I am a pharmacist by education, training and profession. So my work is with research and development with pharmaceutical and biotech company. Okay, so that's my background. And to give a little flavor to what Raj mentioned, so there is already, just recently it came in the news, there is a Hong Kong based company which totally works, I think it's called in silico something, I don't know the full name, but it's in silico. It starts with in silico, and they are completely developing this drug for a certain disease. It is idiopathic fibrosis, cystic fibrosis, which impacts about more than 100,000 people in the US, right? So they developed a drug purely by AI.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, like I said before, of the 35 students, we have 28 of them who met the course requirements. list of children here. Some of the students haven't been able to come here today with us. And I know some of you checked in later, so I'm going to call out everybody's name. If you are here, please walk up to the front. Read the
Mr. Guru and Mr. Bose to come to present the awards.
Just want to talk a little bit about this Excellency Awards. First of all kids deserve this award in my opinion, but we had to choose a few people. So based on certain things, right? So their homework submission, their project work, and their tech talk tech talk, and also other aspects like what Amura was mentioning in her slide. We judge them on a lot of different things. So based on that, we have the awards. So first we'll call them as Python Charmers, and these awards are presented to for this 10 kids. So I'll call one by one. Very good. And on top of this, we have the Python champions. So these guys are like exemplary in what they did. They were always on time on their homework, and they did the tech talk, they did the project work, everything to the excellent rankings. So call the names. Yeah. Lakshmi Suresh. So Lakshmi is always on time. She's very committed to this program. Not only Lakshmi, her entire family is very committed to this program. Suresh, Mrs. Suresh, and Suresh's wife, everybody is very committed to this program. And they used to ask me a lot of questions. I loved all the questions that you guys asked me. Thank you so much. Then we have Arvind Ramakrishnan. I think Arvind is the most dedicated student in this entire class. He's always on time, and he asks the right questions, and his score is also excellent. Thank you. Then we have Shreya Suresh. Shreya is again like a very studious student. She's always on time, very committed, and loved her final presentation. And I just learned that Mr. Suresh actually works on AI as well, so maybe the next volunteer is better. So next is Vijay Saravanan. Vijay, the final presentation, I was blown away by his final presentation. I mean, the methodology he put in solving the problem and the way that he presented what he did was excellent. I think you should teach others as well. We have the last one, Ashwata Jasmine Karthikeyan. Oh, she's not here.
Ashwata's dad is here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in India.
Oh, yeah, I know. She actually is in India, but she never missed even one homework. And she will always ask me questions, doubts in the middle of the night, which is great. I'm just kidding.
I'm sure they changed their travel plan for this class.
Yeah.
Right on time.
I think that's all.
in-depth understanding of Python, and I think I might continue more with some later projects.
For me, I've always thought that coding is really hard and that I wouldn't be able to do it, but after this class, it's just provided me it's really amazing, and I think coding, it's not that difficult after all, and it was really, really fun thanks to Mr. Rajkumar class.
Yeah, you didn't talk.
You. Lakshmi.
This is my first experience with coding, so I really liked how there was homework every day, so I had continuous practice. And the project was also very interesting and fun for me, so I wanted to thank Raj Uncle, Somu Uncle, and Amula Auntie for this experience. I really enjoyed this Python class. I think I learned a lot, so thank you, Raj Uncle, for all your help. And I'd like to learn more about Python too.
This class opened a new door for me, and I would like to thank my sister, my older sister. She helped me a lot. And I would like to thank all my teachers too for helping me. Thank you.
For me, I really liked the final project because it was like all the stuff that you learned put together in one project, and it was really fun how it turned out.
Come in the front. Okay.
This program really showed me a lot about coding, and I really feel like I might use more and really learn more about what I learned in this class. Thank you.
I tried many times before to learn Python. I tried many times before to learn Python. It's not the best. I'm not the best at it. I'm an art major, so. But Raj Uncle's class was really helpful for me. I was able to understand a lot of things for the first time, and it'll definitely help me more in the future as well. So thank you very much.
This course was it taught me a lot more about Python than I initially knew. So thank you, Raja.
This course was my first time even touching Python. It was fun and interesting and kind of sowed the seed of curiosity in my mind.
At first, I'd like to thank Raj Uncle for teaching us very clearly and very crisp. Then I would like to thank my family for always being on my side whenever I needed help. Thank you.
So what I thought was pretty interesting was the tech talks, because it talked about AI and other stuff that I previously didn't know of. So that's what was really interesting to me. And yeah, I just want to thank the instructors. So thank you so much, Mr. Roger, Mrs. Amuda, and Mr. Sarvan. Thank you.
This course gave me a deeper understanding on Python and how it works, and now I feel more confident and gave me ideas on possible career paths. like hobbies, like building a website. And I'd like to thank Raj uncle, Somu uncle, and Muta auntie. Thank you.
This style course taught me very crucial and very important basic topics of Python that gives a foundation for everything you learn. And it gave me the logic building skills, because no matter what language you do, the logic building was the one that will carry you and let you do everything. So I learned so much from this, and will pursue computer science in my future.
Thank you all students. Now tell me, how many of you would have walked up to the front to share this feedback if this was an some of the concepts were heavyweight, yes, especially object-oriented programming, but no Python course is complete without at least introducing these concepts. And these concepts only stick with you the more you hear and the more you try out. So I get that feedback, and yes, in my household too, they felt it was a little bit heavyweight, but it comes with practice like everything else. Thank you.
விடை வலியும் தன் வலியும் மாற்றான் வலியும் துணை வலியும் தூக்கி செயல். ஸோ வினை வலியும் அப்படின்னா என்னன்னா நம்ம செய்கிற ஒரு ஆக்ஷன் அதோட. ஸோ ராஜ் இல்லைன்னா இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமே இல்லை. From your perspective, you are seeing the amount of time your kid, your student spent in this program, maybe 50 hours or 100 hours, right? From Raj's perspective, he spent more than 500 hours. I know that personally, or it may be more than that. I think 2 days before or something like that, right? I requested her, Amada, we are going to try something new. We never tried in any of our programs a quality lead. What is it? Are we doing an IT project? No. This is a session for kids. Why do we need someone to monitor the quality, right? So, she understood the value of that, and then she said, okay, I can do it. And she did an amazing job. Directions, and he makes sure we are going in the right direction and we are going forward, not stuck or not give up. We never gave up, we never struck, we kept going. And it is MSG and also the leaders. So, if a case Guru வந்திருந்தாங்க, ஜீவன், பாலா, போஸ் இருக்காங்க. So all the leaders, வெங்கட் இருக்காங்க. So all the leaders, சம்பத், சங்கர், எல்லாரும், all the leaders were standing with them. Okay, where is our organization's Ponmana Chairman? Oh yeah, please come forward, Madhu. Yeah, so please give him a big hand. So first thing he asked, எவ்வளவு பேர் வராங்க, கிட்ஸ் எவ்வளவு பேர் வராங்க, பேரண்ட்ஸ் எவ்வளவு பேர் வராங்க, ஸ்நாக் என்ன கொடுக்கலாம், என்ன சோடா கொடுக்கலாம், என்ன ஜூஸ் கொடுக்கலாம், என்ன ட்ரிங்க் கொடுக்கலாம். So he's the only person who knows. He's like a mom, right? Only mom knows how a child can bear the hunger. நடுவில் வந்தாங்க, வந்து I didn't plan something like we நடுவில் during the session Madhu and Karthik came and he said like, can we give like 10 minutes break, the kids are getting restless. So who will do that, right? Who will do that? So thank you, the finance team. And then Tarun and Hasil. how can I forget? Because these kids, I reached out to them like I think a week ago. So I would like to give them a small under book award. So please get this from MSG. So please, it's a special category for MC. Alright, thank you Tarun and Hasni, you guys did an awesome job. And because trust me, getting time from these kids is hard. You and me, we can sit for a long time. The heroes of the show, the students, all the 35 students who enrolled and 28 students who who completed the course, and the top 15. So we try to recognize the 50% of the students who completed the course. So 28 students completed. They had a really, really fun and adventurous ride with Rajan. So I must thank Raj and also the students to fly with him and enjoy the ride and then make it more adventurous. Even if you go to parasailing in your life next time, you can imagine this. It's not that adventurous as with this Python class. This is more adventurous than the parasailing. Okay, so students did a great job. Thank you so much. Next, Mr. Karthikeyan Saktivel. So he is, we should all thank him. He is the person, and also Mr. Sundar, he is the person who stood with us and booked the facility, and throughout the planning time, we've been in discussions, hey, how do we do that? Do we have enough chairs? Do we have enough table? Do we have a projector? Do we have a stand? Oh man, that was the toughest to plan, because this facility is new to most of us.